Saturday night slinging baits. I know you can't see me because I wanted you to be able to see what we were doing. So right now I've got some plastisol heating up. We're going to do some open pours. We're going to be making some of these guys. We're going to be making some of these guys. We're going to be making some of these here guys. And the reason why we're doing that is I just got the report today that the ling cod are in. I'm going to go chase dragons tomorrow morning. So let me get this next one heated up. You guys take a look at what's up here. This is our swim baits. This is our tubes. This is a mold for these guys. Whatever they call these things, eels, whatever. And then we'll shoot the tubes too. They might be a little cold, but they should be okay. All right, let's see if this one's ready. Let's see if it's ready. Almost. It's going to need that 30-second shot. Maybe not. All right, we're getting this guy whipped up, and we're going to pour this guy, and then I want to burn up the rest of this plastisol and these guys here. And the reason why I'm using that round stick is so that it doesn't cause a bunch of bubbles, right? So let's go ahead and start this pour here. Okay, that's got that guy. Let's get into this guy. I can't wait to try these tomorrow with the tubies on them. Those lingies should just be going crazy over these guys. I've got the bigger ones, but I think we're going to go smaller tomorrow. Because I got a feeling that they're going to be eating on the herring size baits right now. So that's why I'm pouring these guys up to... Oops, that had a clump in it. That ain't going to be good. Okay, I'll stop it right there. All right, let's put a couple more pieces in here. And, ouch, woohoo, that hot. We'll put it back in the microwave. And let that sit for a second. So I still got two, and I definitely want glitter on them because that helps attract the lings when they're down there. So we'll just go ahead and spice these little guys right on up. I got some glitter on the other side of the open pour mold. So there's that. And then these tubes are going to go over the top of these guys. I'll show you what they'll look like here in a little bit. We'll probably go with the solid black one. Here, let me... We'll probably go with the solid black one over the top of these guys. Give them some contrast. So how's everybody doing out there tonight? Let me see if I can read this stuff here. Hey, Hooper. How's it going, buddy? And it's really hard for me to read this stuff because I'm getting older, right? Oh, your uncle does this, huh? Well, I hope he enjoys it as much as I do. Nothing like making your own bait and catching fish. Up, everyone. What's that? Support you local bait makers. Oh, gotcha. Hi there, Mr. Automagic. Let's see. We got spider mold in. Okay, hi. Well, it looks like everybody's coming in. Maybe I should put my gloves on and do a shoot, huh? All right, guys. So the swim baits are designed so that they don't suck. When you go across each one of these, what happens is that it starts to suction in there, and then you'll start getting dents in your bait on the sides right here. So how this one works is it's made to shoot the first two, and then either turn your injector or turn your molds. So, and then this guy's just pretty much a straightforward shot. And then we're going to come back and put the clear into this guy, let it cool a little bit because it's called laminate. Put a little bit of cool in there, or the clear, and then we'll come back and shoot the black in there. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, we all love fishing. There's no doubt about that, you guys. Listen, I'm going for the big links tomorrow. We know they're on their way out. The captain had 2 exploratories out and gave me a call, said, make fresh bait with fresh scent, right? That's what we do. And I'm in the shop late, obviously, or the bait lab, however you want to call it. Okay, so guys, I'm going to put my gloves on. We're going to roust these guys down, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how I do the open shoot from here, because these molds are dedicated to these guys and this guy, and then I have another injector that I'll use for this guy, okay? So and then we might go ahead and shoot one of these out of that injector as well too. Okay, let me get my gloves on. All right. So anyway, I hope everybody's been enjoying the sunshine. I'll tell you what, that old saying that if you don't have a storm, how are you going to enjoy the sunshine is getting a little old. I just want the sunshine now. I'm tired of all these storms. I'll tell you, it's been brutal. Okay. All righty then. All right, here goes the first shot. Okay, this one goes this way because I want it to be a half and half. You guys hear that crack? That means that just filled those splines completely. So now I'm going to turn it, which is dangerous, so that I can fill the black side, because that's going to be our top, right? And you know what, since it's holding heat, let's try a mixed one here. It may not come out pretty at first, but we can always trim it up. All right. Why not? Okay, it's starting to gel out now. So you take your ejectors, you got to make sure you put them back in the right way, and then you clear them. Okay, so those guys are all shot now, right? Well, I still have this mold sitting right here that I'm still going to need to shoot, right? So instead of taking this all apart, I have another injector, which I will grab, and we need to clear. So I shut my paddles off. I come over, grab my other injector. See, I got another injector. Make sure she's loose, because they do tighten up when you heat them up. Oh, yeah, she's hot. Okay, let's see if we can release her. She's a little bit warm yet. See, it's got a plunger inside of it. That plunger, oh, yeah. Could get a little burnt. So you just clean it off. There we go. Now let's try it. So a lot of people can't do the injector into the molds because they're just not steady-handed enough, or really probably patient enough is the deal with that. But I look inside here and I look for all the glitter where it's at. I come over, I grab it, and I'm gonna come and just pour. You just got to be patient with it, that's all. And knowing that gravity flows downhill, And you guys will get to see this bait too. Okay, let's turn that paddle back on. And these are very hot. But now you guys see why I call it slinging plastic, right? I got spider webs everywhere. It is definitely slinging plastic on a Saturday night, you guys. Woohoo! All right, so we'll wait and see how this guy's got to gel up a little bit. Let me see if I can answer some questions. Well, tonight I'm shooting at about 340. So that's where my injectors pull at it all the time, though. Oh, thank you. I really do enjoy this setup. It's been 4 or 5 years in the making to get it done. No, but I sure, okay. So, Spider asked me, do I make string? Yeah, lots of it when I'm going from mold to mold, you guys. Literally the front of this thing, when I do a really big shoot, it just looks like 1,000 spider webs in the front of this desk here. Okay, so now this one should be gelled up enough that I could put the black on the top of it, and my injector's warm enough, so I'm going to clean it, and I'm going to open up that black and do the same thing that I did with the clear. Okay? Hang on. So you have to clear them, and hopefully you didn't waste a bunch of plastisol, which I did, a little bit, but not bad. That you didn't waste a bunch of plastisol when you cleared it, right? When you shot it. So now I'm going to go into the black, and I'm going to look in here and see which one has the most glitter, and it's going to be that one right there. Okay. Now I'm just going to come and finish this mold off. Man, I'll tell you what, I sure like this black and blue. It's real pretty. And let the gravity run it downhill. Make sure that it's good and full without any air bubbles. That's really important. Okay, let's inject back in. Turn our paddle back on. Okay, we'll start demolding some stuff. So, let's see if I got any more questions here. Okay. Yep, this is for fishing tomorrow. Yeah, this is serious mad science stuff. You know, the chemicals and stuff that we use in this, along with the colors and all the rest of it, it gets really crazy. So, yeah, I really like it a lot. Okay, so let's take in, so these open pore molds, which everybody can do, by the way. You can buy ground up plastisol at a really fair price, and you can do this. These open molds are at Moose Ridge, and you can buy them. And when I overpour, don't panic about it. So what I do is I just take my finger on the edge and just clear it. See? And you can do it with a pair of scissors after you get done too. I just found this to be the best so far. So here, let's take a look at these guys. See, like now, I can still clear this piece. It just comes right off. And I'm not too worried about stuff like this because that's what helps attract the fish anyway. So I forgot to put the glitter on the other side, but I put this glitter on here because those lingcod just love that glitter. So the principle with this is I'll probably take this pink tube, right? So here comes some more mad scientist stuff for you guys. So I'll take this tube because not only do I want this guy wiggling, but I want this guy wiggling too, because the more activity that I get down there in that deep, dark area, the more chances I have of attracting a fish. They'll think it's an eel, octopus, just something that they want to eat, right? That's not going to resist them eating it. So I get it as cleaned out as I can with the tubes because it's still gonna be a little ornery, okay? But I give it a little spit, or I take my scent because this becomes a scent tube right now, right? So let's see. Yeah, I got scent in here. So I put my scent up in there, and then I take this guy here and just simply slide him on up in there. I think you guys will like the looks of this bait. I know the lingcod do. Oh yeah. Now I've got scent in my bait that I'm going to use tomorrow morning, right? And this gives us a little bit more meat than from this tinier head. Because these heads are hard to get a hook through, right? Because there's just not a whole lot of meat to them. So this helps give us more meat to run those bigger hooks through too. So let's see here. Okay, any questions? Do you have the best doc from Back to the Future? Oh, yeah, I wished. That way I could go backwards every time that fish got off. I'd take that Ferrari, run it up and down the hatchery until I got back to the time where that fish just got off, and I'd be ready for him. So, okay, guys. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to take a jig head and put it on the front of this right here. And I'm going to take that jig head and I'm going to make this bait go through the water like this. I'm going to be jigging it up and down. And you can see the activity that it has with the flash from this. I've used it many times and it works very, very good. This is for Tradewinds Depot Bay Charter. If you guys are in town, I think that there might be an opening tomorrow morning. So and then let's look at what these orange guys turned out like. I poured those pretty good. So then we'll probably add a black to this one, right? So it's got all that glitter on there, which helps attract them. Okay, so let's see. No, that guy's not done yet. Okay, so let's open up the tubes. These are a really interesting mold, you guys, because they got a spline in them. Whereas before we used to have to cut these tails, we don't have to do that anymore. So, introducing you to the new AI spline. So you see, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but see how it's splined? So, and then we have the jig head here, right? So what you do is you take the jig head, you turn it, right? And it gets the first part of the legs to start coming up. And even though I have it lubed up really well, I just still want all the legs that I can get. So I go ahead and just pull them down and wait for it to start fluffing up. And I sort of look at it as I'm going. See, I can see that the black there just didn't want to come up. So I'm going to go ahead and lift it up. And then I go around it really close. And I just check it. It doesn't take but a second longer. And then I'm just going to go ahead and twist and pull. And then that gets us our new jig head. Oops. Gets us our new tube head off. Any questions yet there? Okay. Yeah, this one's going to be for the big toothy guys, Mr. Hooper. I'm hoping that's the case tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'm probably going to shoot some pinks too, just in case, and some yellows. Because then I don't know what the water conditions look like yet. I don't know if those storms still got that bottom stirred up and still mucky yet or not. But I'll have the colors prepared for tomorrow. Oh, okay, the lower color, the orange one. Yeah, okay, so anyway, yeah, that's the one that we did for the Columbia River Plunkers. And I said, okay, I got to make up some of these and to get them out and test them too and see how they do in the dirty water. Yeah, the grasshopper, I wish that you would PM me that color because I don't think I've ever seen that one. Let's see. Yep. You know, I still like learning new stuff, right? Okay, so now we're going to demold this slug here. Okay, and this is a mold that I made myself because we couldn't get this bait, right? So it was an old bait, so I made it myself. Now I'm going to get this out onto the stainless, and I'll bring another one up that I've done. Because I want it to cool in the center because I want it to have full visibility. But this is what the top looks like. This is what the side looks like. And then this is what the tail looks like. And this is really, truly, when you're jigging this through the thing, this tail wiggling like this, I think that's what makes them big old lingcod bite, right? Even the small ones will bite too. But it stops the black bass from biting on us, right? You got to be a pretty good sized fish to take a 7-inch bait and bite it, right? Yep, I know. Oh, Chasing Chrome's in here, huh? All right, well, you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and let me finish demolding this one. And then we got to get started on this one again. So I think we'll go through and do a shoot again, you guys. And then I'll answer some more questions. And then we'll see, because I've got some other colors to make tonight. So I have to pretty much start from scratch, right, guys? But I like a Saturday night slinging baits, I'll tell you. Especially when I know I'm going to go take them out in the morning. So yeah, I really like this new AI mold. They're very expensive, but very worth it because the time that it saves you in labor of having to take and actually like cut all the tails is huge. And I probably could pull on them and not be so picky, but I'm just picky. You know, it's okay. It's not going to hurt nothing, right? So this guy, I like this half and half. I'll tell you what, I like the half pink side, the half black side. So they should be able to see that in the morning because that pink just never not shows in any water, right? I don't care what depth you are. I don't care how dirty the water is. Pink just always shows. All right. So what do you guys think of this AI mold? Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. I sort of wanted to have some fun, right? And it's nice to have company instead of being in here slinging plastic by myself, you guys. I'll tell you. I like having fun. I'll tell you what, though. This weather's been a real battle for everybody. I sure hope that this spring comes. And next time somebody sees that Pocatoni guy, that damn groundhog, somebody kick him in the ass and tell him he needs to get this shit happening faster, man. Damn, that guy's always on break. He just wants to sleep in longer. Yeah, like I said, I really like these guys. Okay, so we got that one demolded. And I think I got enough of those now. I'm not going to need too many more of those, so we'll just re-spline this guy. We'll re-spline it. And so what it does is this is the spew, and it comes down into here, and the goes this way and goes this way. Then it goes down each one of these. And I can actually feel the pressure. When I click it, I'll hear a click. That means that I'm actually starting to shoot the tails. So the engineering on this one was just fantastic. You know, I think that's why they call them AI, right? I think those guys are pretty dang sharp at what they're doing. I saw that Fat Guys came out with gooey bobs in every single size now for us salmon and steelhead fishermen. I think they even have like a 36, right? It's just freaking nuts. Okay, so let's demold these guys. So then I'll show you guys why I had to turn the injector. Because these are a half and half. And the reason why they're a half and half is because that as you go down each one of these, if you keep going, what happens is it'll start a suction in between the metal, and it will start leaving dents in your like second, third baits, right? So that's why that they've made two one way and two the other way, so that the venting, and it pretty much forces you to shoot the two and then come back and do the other two. So, and so that's the spew. I really like the way that they designed it. So the spew's right here, so you have hardly any waste at all. And then now you've just got a perfect swim bait, right? So, and then that's to match up to our anchovies that we've got out swimming around right now, as well as our herring, right? So it's probably, you guys see it as black, but it's pretty blue. So that should match up to the ones that are spawning and getting ready to spawn. So I get to shoot like 4 of these at one time, right? So then I got like 3 or 4 of these molds, so it helps, right? If you're thinking about making baits, you better buy lots of molds. Because trying to buy one mold just ain't gonna cut it, guys. I've got more of the tube molds too. I just was only gonna shoot so many of those tonight. Yeah, so these are all turning out perfect. When they still have their spews and they stay together, that seems to happen at the first. I can actually hang them like this, which I like to do. It just helps them cool a little bit quicker. All right, let's get her back down. All right, guys, so should I go through one more shoot with you or should I let you go? Well, we got 19 people in. Okay. So for real, he don't know Jack. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm never going to stop learning. Okay, so, oh yeah, the gooey bulbs. Oh, you know what? I looked at that mold and looked at that mold and looked at that mold. If I was going to do those, I would probably have somebody else design them. I think that they're a little bit, I think there's a little bit too much bait in there in one area. So I would probably have somebody else build them, but they're out there. I'm just saying. Oh, you got the smelt run on the Sandy? So I saw that. There was videos of that everywhere, you guys. Oh my God, those guys were done in like 2 scoops. It was all over. They got a 5-gallon bucket full of those things. Those fish were not afraid. Those people are all standing there with nets, and they just kept swimming around and around and around and around. Looked like a rodeo. Okay, you want to watch another shoot? Okay, so I'll do up another shoot. We'll do the open pour. I'll do a couple of these guys, the Ling Reapers. We'll do a couple of them. We'll shoot up another one of these guys. I'm not going to do the tubes. Well, I guess I should. I should probably do the tubes one more time. Okay, so let me get these guys put back together. Get these guys laid out because I like their tails to cool on this stainless steel. The stainless steel helps change the stainless steel helps change the shininess, and it also cools them a lot quicker too and starts pulling the oil up, which gets that dang plastisol smell out of there. So that helps quickly. Lingcod, they don't care about that. They just want wiggle. They're not really too worried about scent. I've never, I think like maybe twice that I've been out where they weren't biting and we put some scent on and it made a difference. But, you know, after all the times I've lingcod fished, they see it move, they're killing it. So this time on the Ling Reapers, I'll show you guys what I do to help attract the fish to it. I glitter the dog crap out of them on both sides. So we'll start that this way this time. I guess that that glitter comes off a little bit, right? So when you're first setting them down and you're hitting those rocks, a little bit of that glitter comes off, and that's usually where I get hit on that bait. And these baits are tough enough, they'll last a couple of bites, right? Now, if they're short striking you, forget it. There ain't nothing you can do about that except for let it sit in his mouth for a little bit and see if he swims off with it or not, right? Aha, I got a hanger. Cool. All right. Well, then let's start this process again, you guys. So what I got to do is I got to turn on the microwave so that I can get my base, my body, my bottom shot, which is orange, right? So I'm going to use that the microwave to get this orange bottom. And then I'm going to go to the injector, my second injector, which I got to put it back in the heater, and do the draw this, put the clear, and then put the black on the blackish blue on the top. Okay, let me get this guy locked down. Yep, we're going to do another shoot, Jody. So my wife is in. She's was wondering if she could answer questions as you guys were asking them. But it looks like I can handle it tonight. Well, I think this is the most people that we've ever had in. Maybe I should sling plastic for you guys more often. Okay, so when you're setting these molds, you guys, it's really important to make sure that they sit. And if you get like these little pieces of plastic inside of the mold or underneath the mold, it could get to be a real bear. All right, let me start the other plastisol real quick. All right, so that started. Okay, so now what I'm going to do while that's heating up is I'm going to add in some major glitter to these guys. And I'm going to go with, I was at Hobby Lobby today and saw this color shift one. Oh my God, you guys. I'm liking this company. This one's called Stardust. And you'll see, it's got some glitter to it for sure. Okay, we'll try to pull 3 off on this one. And you know, it's okay when you go home with a bunch of glitter on you when you're working a bait shop, right, you guys? Okay. Oh, yeah, the guys, hey, listen, Auto Magic said, guys, if you hit the thumbs up, I guess it helps the channel. And if you're not subscribed, which if you're in here, you're probably subscribed already. But please tell your friends, because that when we hit the 500, we can do shoots like this, and we can literally sit down and make colors and then do the shoot, you guys. I mean, I've got plenty of molds to do lots of things with. So, you know, that's why I was trying to hit that 500 so I can get the store up so that we can make those shoots, and then you guys can just buy them right then and there, right? So, and then that way, because I'm not going to do a big run of those, right? I'm just going to do a small run. So that way, you know, you guys are getting some of the stuff that you really want, right? Yeah, see, as it starts to cool down, that's not even Stardust, guys. So I'm liking the way that glitter looks, but I missed the other side, really. So I got to get that. I think we'll probably go in a black again. We'll try it on the orange and see what happens. So I use a round bar, you guys. You'll see other people use knives and all the rest of that. The reason why I use the round bar is it doesn't make as many air bubbles in this. And I put a new piece in too, so. So I gotta hit it again. But I've learned that these just don't cause as many air bubbles in it. And when I'm doing open pours, I just really don't want a lot of bubbles, right? Because it just doesn't work right. Okay, yeah. Let me get that going in there, and I got to get my injectors and stuff back into the heat too. So I need these to be hot. When I draw my plastisol, it's at 340, plus what it is inside of the tank. But these guys, as you inject your plastisol through it. If these aren't warm, that's going to cause denting, and it could just it'll just stop your shot, you know. So I'm going to open it up, pull these guys out, put it back, and then I'm going to throw it in the heat for a few minutes. And same thing with the injector, the side injector. It'll just kill your shot, right? So let's get that heated up. So a lot of people have a hard time just shooting one mold. I've been doing it long enough now. I can shoot quite a few molds, do a couple open pours. That way I'm eating up the plastisol that I got, right? Oof, you're being stubborn. That's why. Okay, let's get this guy warmed back up too. Let's get this guy warmed back up. Okay, so that's going to take about a minute. Let's see. Oh, so Joe, I think Brian Automagic's trying to tell you, I guess if you double tap on your phone, it'll help you so that you can talk to everybody. Well, thank you for that. And Jeff, it's good to see you in here. I got a lot of your pinks there sitting over there curing right now. So you've got your baits coming. They're ready. So Monday morning, those will go out. You should be in good shape. I wanted to come up and fish up there in that Columbia, but your guys' river is still way too high. Right. Okay. You know what? So, and you actually know the name of it. I can't say it because that's sort of their proprietary name. We've tried many different ones, but the orange, the clear, and the black and blue, with a little bit of a variant in the clear, seems to be the best. I've tried the orange, the pink, the red. We've done the red and clears, all the rest of it, but this color right here just seems to be the one that works the best. So I can't reinvent the wheel on that one, Jeff. Oh yeah, that stuff's so hot. That stuff's so hot, I gotta put a glove on. So, and that's, you know, I think doing all of this like this, I think that doing it this way, you know, it sort of, if you know the progression of them, I think that everybody could do the open pour and the injectors at the same time. You know, you could probably do it with the Pyrex. I wouldn't recommend it because Pyrex, after a bit, it burns, right? This stays at a steady, constant temperature. So, but as long as you're not using much more plastisol than a cup at a time, you guys, yeah, see, that's good and ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep this guy right here. So get her turned the way I want it. I'm pouring it left-handed now. But like I said, in an open pour, it's just gravity, you guys. That's all this is. Just let the gravity let that flow get out in front of it, and then get it to where you like it to be, right? Because we just want it to be the bottom. And then I run just a hair back up because it's already cooled there, right? But now I'm going to put my other glove on because these guys right here are very tricky. But you'll get it. Don't be afraid to experiment, that's for sure. Okay. Let's get these three done. Same thing, just take it and pour here. Let me bring you guys down. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start like a dam, and I'm just going to follow the mold back down. It's actually going to tell me where it's running at, right? See, it's doing the work for me. I'm just following along. So basically, Jeff, what I'm doing right now with the tubes and with these 6-inch ling reapers instead of the big old 7-inch guys, what I'm doing is I'm basically making the same as the eel is what I call it. So I'm basically doing the same as the eel, but I'm giving it a little bit more activity in a smaller presentation for them. Okay, so that's got that. Now, I want to add the extra glitter to it this time, but just because that I think it does help catch fish. So I'm going to glitter these guys up. Okay. All right, this going back in the microwave. Let's see how these guys are doing. Oh yeah, it's almost warm enough. Okay, so now let's bring this guy back over. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this or not, but this guy's going to click when I get the plastisol down into the bottom. I think it forces the splines up, and I actually hear that click. So that way I know that it's actually done. Okay, so black on that side. Let me change these gloves out, because these guys are even hotter than the other one was. So like I said, I'm gonna do 2, 2, 2, right? And then I'll turn my injector around to go back after them so I don't build that suction up on the top of the spews, because then your baits get all dented and it's just a mess. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay. Click. 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 Now, I'm going to turn my injector, which could be a little bit of a hassle, but now you guys can actually see it. And this one's pretty much clicking too. Now, this injector goes this way instead of straight up and down, and here we go. Yeah, I don't think that one took. All right, well, it is what it is. Okay, guys. Oops, I missed two. That's okay. So, guys, now what I'm going to do is I've got the eel that I've got to work on next, right? So my other injector is in the... Here, I'll leave it right there so you guys can see it. So my other injector is in getting warmed up, right? So now I don't need as thicker gloves. These hydrostats are really, really nice because they'll still hold, they won't hold as much heat. So I can actually get away with a thinner glove, especially when doing an open pour, right? Okay, let's check some questions. Why that's still heating up a little bit. Okay. I am from Waldport, Oregon. Our website is godsentfishing.net. That spans the world. Okay, both the Willamette and the Columbia are off color. And I heard, I'm hoping that they hurry up and clean up because I really want to go catch my springer. And I want to do it plunking from the shore. There's the guys, we did a live on In and On the Net, and the guys were actually out there, and they're using 3 of the spinning joes. They're actually using 3 of these guys, the spinning joes, and tossing them out there. I can't wait to try that. Where I plunked, you can't get away with 3, but there you can. And then we're going to go down to the Rogue and fish the Rogue too. I've got a buddy down there that flat told me that that's just blown out too. There's just nothing they can do with that right now. Thanks for the compliment on the colors. Yeah, you know what? So I just learned, the fish told us literally that when we loaded up with glitter like that, it's more summertime, I think. But if we load it up with glitter like that, Jeff, they just go nuts. I think the glitter comes off too. Mr. Hooper loves pumpkin. Let me tell you something. As I'm getting older, I know that that's a fish. That's a fishery and a type of fishing that I can keep on doing. Okay, so let me get this other injector out. We'll go ahead and pull the clear next. I'll show you how that works. Okay, so because this injector gets so hot while it's in there, I always have to fight it to, I need to get a new seal for it. This was like my very first injector, you guys. And it's really, it's held in pretty good. It's a bass tackle, and it's actually held in pretty good. But I think it's almost time for another one. Okay, so I've got paddles in here, and I'm going to shut this paddle off. And I'm going to look. That one's got lots of glitter, right? So I'm going to suck that glitter up right there. Okay. Then I'm going to come over, and here, I'll bring you guys down. And I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the orange. And I know, because I've shot this mold so many times, at what depth I'm going, because then I just want a clear line, right? And I'm pretty much letting the dam and that tell me, but I want to run it back up the tail just a hair because it cools a little bit, and then it will stick. And that's why we call it a laminate. Okay, paddle back on. We'll let that gel up a little bit, because if we try to put the other plastisol on this right now, it'll just bleed into each other. So, but that's our second color inside of the eel right now. These guys are ready to pull. So like I said, I just stick my thumbnail right here, or my fingernail, and just go right down the mold at the edge, and it will literally peel any oversight that I had on it. So it's, you know, it's not really rocket science. It's pretty fun, actually. Okay, let's pull this guy out. Oh yeah, that turned out good. So I always figured that the upside, which is the side that we see last, is what the fish sees first, because it's going this way when it's going through the water. So does that look pretty glittery, guys? So then the top side's got quite a bit too, because I glittered the mold, right? So that's the 6-inch Ling Reaper. And then I'm thinking, I want a blackhead on this one, right? So let's try that blackhead. Let's put some scent up in there and get her shoved up in there. So I just take our Godsent sand shrimp one, because I know that they'll hit it, but you know, mainly it's just mainly to slide it right now. So, and then I'll even take and pinch a hair of this off, right? Just give it a pinch, pull it, and then that way the tail will be a little bit more right where the wings start. All right, guys, we're creating a bait together. You know, this is what I was trying to tell you guys. If we can get everybody in to like and subscribe and get your friends to do that, we can literally make baits, and then you guys can order them, and ain't nobody else going to have them, because we made them ourselves. And there's nothing like making your own bait and taking it out and fishing it. See what I'm saying? That right there at the wings is where if you nip that top off a little bit, the legs start right at the wing, right? And pretty much finish up what I consider to be right in the right spot, right? I like it to be right around in here. I like it just because if they're short striking me, that'll make them come up and take it further. So, yep, that's a pretty cool bait. Can't wait to fish that in the morning. All right, guys, let's go ahead and pull our block now for the top of this, and then guess what? We actually just went through a whole shoot, guys. That's pretty cool. And we made a lot of baits. I mean, we made 3 of the Ling Reapers. We made a slug bait. We made some tubes, and we made 12 of the chovies. These are called chovies, by the way. Here, I guess you guys really didn't get to see that yet, did you? These are called chovies. And the commercial or the charter guys really, really like having these on board. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, same thing. I'm going to come over, pull my spew and my puck. Make sure that she's sliding. Yep, there we go. I'm going to look to see where my glitter is. It's right there. I'm going to draw. And I'm going to come over and finish this mold. I'm going to let the dam, same as any other open pour, I'm going to let that dam get out in front of me. And I'm just going to come up to the edge of the mold. And I'm actually watching for the glitter too, you guys. Because I can push a little bit harder and sometimes get a little bit more glitter. Now see, that's getting bubbles. Yeah, that's full. Okay, that's good. Okay, turn your paddles back on. Set that up there. Okay, so this is going to take at least 10 minutes to set up. So we've got these guys now. We've got how many blacks? I got two. I got one black with the pink. Yeah, we should probably set this black up with the pink. And I think I had one solid pink in here. Yeah, there we go. So that's what I'm doing is I'm just setting up. I'm setting up for tomorrow morning so that I got baits going. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, that's hot. Don't do that. And then don't do that either. All right. So we've got 13 people and 12 likes, you guys. Thank you very much for enjoying slinging plastic on a Saturday night. So, okay. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and nip this again. And what I'm going to look for is that tube is about that size, right? So I want that tube, that's the head, but it'll be the tail, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pinch and pull, and then I'll put some scent in. And then we'll go ahead and seat this guy, right? And when I put the jig head in it tomorrow morning, you guys, I'll actually use the hook to pull the rest of this tube up, so it seats this head against the jig head, which I still got to make tonight too. Because this was like a call. He's like, "Okay, Kurt, it's time." So when he says it's time, it's time. Okay, so there's a light. There's a light with the pink. So I think that's going to work pretty darn good tomorrow. That's probably going to be the first one I run. And then after that, I'll probably go with the oranges with the black heads. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably go second off. I'll probably go second off with these guys, right? So I like those for the second fair. Of course, I've got, because the Captain Redbird, now listen, don't you guys tell him. I know you're going to, and it'll be funny anyway. So he gets the ones, because he always kicks my butt, right? So I figured, okay, I'll give myself an unfair advantage. I put a bunch more glitter on the top of my baits than I did on his. So don't tell him. So, okay, as this one's setting up, let's go ahead and take a look at this one, because I don't think this one shot right, but we'll find out. And it's not really going to matter as long as it's got some tail. And that's why you want your molds warm. All right. But still, I have no complaints about this AI mold. It really, truly was worth every penny. Yeah, it shot all the way down the tail. So it got the plastisol all the way to the end. So, all right, let's give it a turn. Peel them. You know, eventually, I've got a feeling that these are going to be really good for the salmon too. We just got to figure out the color and the way to run them, guys. And like I said, I have another one of these molds, so I can kick them out pretty easy, just like the swim baits. I mean, even these guys, they come together pretty quick. I mean, I have no complaints. Okay. And then we'll crack open those swim baits. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'll call it a night, you guys. Listen, you know what? Well, we're up to 18. Maybe we'll go ahead and do an open pour of these. Maybe I should do a pinky, huh? Because I can heat up the pinky and run a pinky for us real quick, too. Because it looks like we have some new people in. Any new questions? Let's see. Huff pass. So hey, McAllister, listen. You see that smile on my face? That's not very too bad. No, actually, it's going up, and I've got a super tall roof. I do have ventilation that's better, but you know it's just been too cold to use it. Yeah, I do love fishing with Captain Redbeard. There's no doubt about that. Him and I stand side by side, and you know what he loves to do to me? He'll catch a big one, right? And he'll be like, "Here, Kurt, take my light work for me." He just hands it over to me, right? And it's like, dude, that's too cool. And I go and I fight it too, right? And then I catch a big one. It's like, "Hey, you want your turn?" No, because he gets to do it every day, right? I'm telling you guys, if you get a chance to go, it's the Depot Bay. The tiniest little harbor in the world. If you guys get the chance to go out of that bay and go fishing, the first thing I like about it is that when you get on the boat, you're on the boat and you're fishing within 15 minutes because you don't have to go far. Now, if they're dropping crab pots, which happens occasionally, you'll be about 30 minutes because it takes about 15 minutes to get them off. But literally, you're fishing in 30 minutes. And you're done. You're done. If you know how to fish rockfish, you're done and helping the rest of the boat, you guys. And then you get to be picky about the size ling cod you bring home, right? That's another cool thing, too. So, I mean, I go for the black bass. I go for all of them, too. So, oh, I must have a piece of plastic in there somewhere. I'm not going to hunt it down. All right, well, this guy right here is almost cool. We pulled the ling reapers out. I guess I could do a big, long ling reaper, too, but I think tomorrow everything's going to be short bait. And I got long baits there, so. And then, of course, these are for the boat. He actually, Captain Redbeard actually came in and made a color that's proprietary for his boat. But he needs like 300 baits, and I'm like, dude, then let's put some different colors to it. You don't want to get stuck with 301 color. So I just thought I'd shoot him like 150 of these and 150 of his color. And then, of course, I've got ones that I have left over, and I got lots of big ling reapers. I forgot. I got a bunch up there. We were going to do that fundraiser for the veterans, and it just never took off, so I had the ling reapers up at a good price, and we were just going to donate all that to them after the shows, right? Okay, so now I'm going to demold this guy, but here I wanted to show you this. That's why I took the mold out. So let's see if we can see that. Okay, so see, these are the tops, right? And then on this one, it's reversed. And the reason why they do that is because as we push the plastisol down inside this, it then creates a suction, right? We carry that over to this one, and if you try to do it again, your baits are just going to dent like crazy. So we made it so that it's you shoot, then you go to your other one so it doesn't create that suction. Then you just flip your ejector around, and you don't have that suction problem. We get a perfect bait every time, which is important when you're shooting 300 baits. So that's my goal. That's my goal tonight, is to shoot 300 of these. 30 of these guys. So, and I'll get it done here in another couple hours. So, does anybody else have any questions for me? Okay. Okay, so Auto Magic saying we just need one more thumbs up from somebody. Off now. We need 7 more. Okay. We have 20 peeps watching. Let's get those likes. You know what, guys? Thank you very, very much. Like I said, I want to have a lot more fun like this with doing this with you guys. I mean, I've got my Monday Night Live. I can do my fishing report right from here. I mean, it's not an issue for me to do it from here. I mean, you can see I've been slinging plastic long enough now that I'm totally comfortable with what I'm doing. I can talk, read. Although I need to get some sunglasses or reading glasses. So if somebody's calling me, they obviously don't know that I'm live. So anyway, guys, you know what? I really enjoyed this tonight, and I'll pull this guy out here and show you what he looks like, because he'll be a little bit dented in the center because there's a lot of plastisol in the center. So it'll be dented in the center. So that's why I was showing you guys the other ones. You see that little, well, it's hard to see. Let's see. But there's a little dent in the center, right? And what I'm doing is I want to pull that out, and I want to force that plastisol to fill that itself in. So what I do is that curve that's in here, which now it's got a bunch of that stuff on it, but it's got this curve in here, right? So I take it and put it on top of the stainless steel, and that cold will draw that plastisol back down to get us that nice flat surface on the top. But it also makes it super shiny too. And it draws the oils out and gets rid of the plastisol smell so that the scent can take over, right? As well as the UV too. UV is very important in these baits, you guys. So let's see. We made ling reapers, okay, with the tubes. We made tubes. We made an eel. We made swim baits. So, and we made some chovy swim baits. So guys, I hope that that was fun for you. If it was, please just comment and let us know. Let me know if you guys had fun, and we will definitely do this again. I need some ideas of what you guys want to see, what kind of colors you want. So please tell your friends to come in and subscribe so that we can hit that 500. I'll tell you what, when we hit that 500, all the bells and whistles come on. All the magic will tell you. All those bells and whistles come on, you guys, and it's going to get pretty exciting. I just edited my first video this morning. My lovely wife got me a computer and got me a GoPro for Christmas. And I just got my first video edited today. Yeah, you know, I just put music with it because I didn't like the talking that was in it because it wasn't appropriate, first off. Second off is it was sort of boring. So anyway, guys, those videos are going to start coming, and I'm going to try to keep the editing down to as minimum. Yeah, we're excited about what's happening so we can start showing baits after we make them, right? Because I have an issue about testing baits before I'll sell them. So you guys can actually see some of that R&D. Hang on, guys, hang on. Oh, and Auto Magic. I just went and got, so this is the ball buster, and in the research, I'm finding some more stuff out. I'll fill you guys in on that later. But Brian, I'm letting you know right now, I just found your black with the right glitter. I just found it for you. So I'm going to shoot up a ball buster, and you're going to have one of your black ones. Do you want me to do the blade too? Because I can do the blade as well. So yeah, give me a comment back on that, Brian, please. Okay, guys, we're gonna demold these last two, and then we'll call it a night because we're at an hour already, guys. That hour went by real quick, you guys. And I'll get busy and crank these baits out, right? Because I can go a lot faster. Yeah, see, I thought something was wrong with this one. It it did not see because it had a piece of plastisol in there, right? And it does not like that plastisol in there. So these ones are going to have little hairs on them, which is fine because that when they go down for a ling cod, it's just going to be better for them. And by the way, that smoke looks worse than what it is, you guys. It's not as bad as just the way the camera picks it up. I was noticing that the other day. Yeah, see, this one didn't shoot. So see, that's what I was trying to tell you. Sometimes you'll feel it where it doesn't shoot. So that just goes over there to that pile. But the guy next to him shot just fine. And he's got a little hair. But that's okay. I'll get back and get serious and get on to what I'm doing. But I did have a lot of fun, you guys. So we'll pull the last two. I did have a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you did too. Thanks, guys. That's what I wanted to hear. You know what? That's what life's about. Let's have fun, guys. I mean, we've been getting pounded. I mean, every which way we turn, right? Let's go have some fun. Hey, guys, I know them springers are coming. I see pictures, you know. So I see pictures, so I know they're coming. And I'm getting excited about that too. And my favorite aunt and uncle are coming in from Utah. So I will be spending some time with them first. And then I'm going to jump down and get to these rivers because me and Jeff are going to fish together. The Columbia River Plunkers, we're going to fish together. I'm going to be doing the Rogue with Frank. So we've got some planned dates coming up. And of course, if I can go live tomorrow, you guys, while I'm out on the boat, because I can go live on Facebook, but if I can go live while I'm out on the boat tomorrow, I definitely will, especially if we start getting into the lings, right? Somebody's into a big ling, I'll just go live. I don't care if it's choppy, right? What do we care? Would you guys like that? So, yep, good night, everybody. You know what? And thanks for the good Saturday night and hanging out in the shoot. And we'll get busy and do some more, you guys. I've got lots more molds. You know, this is just the beginning of my molds. So we'll get out some of the really weird ones, right? I got some molds that are really, really old, you guys. So we'll get those out, especially when the halibut come, guys. I think I can do the lead cheaper than anybody else. So if you guys need some halibut lead, you know, you can put your order in, and the next morning on your way, hopefully this is on your way, you can stop by and pick up that halibut lead, because let me tell you something. At $40 a ball sending that down there, yeah, you lose that. That can get a little expensive. So yeah, we're going to try to keep it at about 15 cents an ounce. So I think we're going to be probably unbeatable on that. There's a few guys, but not for the big stuff. So, all right, everybody. Thank you. Please share with your friends, because the like actually gets the algorithms going, you guys. I'll let you know how, hang on, let me show, where's that guy at? I'll let you know if this one beats this one. I promise you, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm going to put the GoPro on. I finally learned how to use it. It took me a while, but I finally learned how to use the GoPro, so I'll have the GoPro on my chest, so we can get some footage that way. I'll have my 8mm probably out taking some footage too, because it just runs for 3 or 4 hours. So that's always fun. And then you can listen to me and Captain Redbeard banter back and forth. It's pretty fun, you guys. All right, everybody. This is God Said Fishing. Happy hooking, over and out. And listen, guys, thank you all for your support. May you all have a very great night, a beautiful Sunday, and let's hope them lings are hungry, hungry, hungry tomorrow, and I get a big one. I'll get pictures for sure, guys. And thanks for your help. Over and out. Okay, I always have this problem. It doesn't want me to leave, you guys. There it goes.